Ginger paste is an essential ingredient in Gujarati cooking. Ginger is pretty much in every recipe that we make. And so ginger paste is an essential, and it makes Gujarati cooking so much easier if you just have it on hand. And you can pull it out of the freezer, break off a piece and put it in your food. Or if you have it in your refrigerator, you can scoop it in, and makes life so much easier. Growing up in my home, my mom always had a ginger chili paste, so what we call adu Mircha. And adu Mircha are an essential Gujarati cooking paste, very much like ginger garlic paste in Punjabi cooking. And this was kind of our go-to paste that we always had on hand. I typically have been only keeping ginger paste at home at the moment because we have a 6-year-old who is sensitive to heat. We're working up towards it, but ginger paste just makes life a lot easier, so I'll show you how to make both. So I've washed and dried the ginger really well, and I'm going to peel it. I like to use my knife, but a lot of people like to use a spoon. Do what works best for you. So I just like to grab my ginger, hold it in my palm, and scrape my knife across like that. A paring knife works really well for this. And you can wear gloves while doing this if you are sensitive to ginger juice. Doesn't bother me. Okay, there it is. Next, it's important to chop the ginger in a way that you shorten the ginger fibers. So you can see that the fibers are running long ways here. And so you want to chop in the opposite direction to cut the fibers short. And so just do thin cuts, otherwise you will end up with a fibrous ginger paste, which is not pleasant. So cut the ginger thinly so that in a way that you're cutting the fibers really short. And now you can just do a couple of rough cuts. That other direction is not really important. The important cut on the ginger is the one that cuts the fibers short. So you can see the fibers kind of sticking out. I like to make my ginger paste super easy, just 2 ingredients, just ginger and water. So transfer the ginger into a blender cup. Then just add as much water as you need to get the blender going. I'm going to start with about 2 or 3 tablespoons and add more if I need it. Okay, that's done. And I only needed about 3 tablespoons of water. So I'm going to scoop this into a bowl. Just transfer the ginger paste to a bowl. And that looks pretty good. So let's set this aside, and let me show you how to make the ginger chili paste, the adu Mircha, and then I'll show you how I freeze both. And here I'm going to use about 100 grams of ginger and about 75 grams of green chili. Measure the chilies. Just take the tops off, and I tend to just break them into half like that. I don't even bother cutting them. Okay, so this is about 75 grams of chilies, and that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chilies. So add the chilies. This looks a little overstuffed, so okay, transferring it to the larger jar. There we go. And what I do differently if I'm adding any chilies is that I add a little bit of oil, because capsaicin is an oil-soluble compound, and the oil just helps preserve the capsaicin better. So, and I'm also going to add a little bit of water. adu mircha, or the ginger chili paste. This is such a familiar smell. The kind of aroma that opens up your sinuses but feels really good. Transfer that to a bowl as well. There it is, the adu mircha, and just the adu. Let me show you how I freeze them. I have some Ziploc sandwich bags. These are super easy to store ginger, chili, garlic paste in the freezer. So just what I do is I just open them up, kind of fold them over so it's easy to fill. And I do about half of the paste. I don't really ever measure, I just eyeball it. And squeeze all the air out. Seal. Squeeze out as much air as possible. Seal. And just push the paste around so that it's evenly distributed across the bag. And then we can freeze this. And you can lay this flat in the freezer to freeze. And when you're ready to use, you can break off a piece, or you can even score it if you like. I find that that's just a little too fussy for me, and I will just break off the amount that I need. And yeah, this makes cooking super simple.